Hey guys, Calendar is here again with another Force Awakens toy review. Now this is a review for the 3 3/4 inch Star Wars Force Awakens Armour Up figures. Now I only have 3 of the figures from the wave so far. I'm not sure how the wave is packed, but these are the ones that I got so far. I got Poe Dameron, Finn, and the Stormtrooper. Now, as far as I'm aware, both Finn and the Stormtrooper are repacks of the ones that you can get on the single card with the weapon combining feature, whereas the Poe Dameron figure, as far as I'm aware, is only available in this wave so far. There has been a picture of him shown with Toys R Us exclusive, at least I think it was Toys R Us exclusive X-Wing, that's coming as a repaint, the white and blue X-Wing from the trailers, as opposed to the black X-Wing that comes with another exclusive Poe Dameron. And the two figures of Poe and Finn seem to be wearing a very similar jacket, so I'm assuming they're it's part of the Resistance uniform that they wear through the film, or unless it's a thing that Finn gets Poe's jacket at some point during the film. But as you can see, they're very similar colorings, very similar markings. The only difference is they are a different sculpt on the actual jacket themselves. The sleeve arms might be the same, they look very similar. The only difference is the main jacket itself has very subtle differences. One of them being on the back of Finn. He actually has a hole on the back of his jacket where, as I said, it's a shared sculpt, I think, from the single card, or from the non-deluxe card figures that come with the weapon uniting, or the weapon combination figure packs. All 3 figures have the standard articulation that we've come to see with this line so far. 5 points of articulations, arms rotate, heads are on ball joints, legs can go forward and back. Some can go back further than others. The only one being the Stormtrooper has a bit of a clearance issue with the back of his back skirt plate of his armour, because it goes right around the back. It does kind of hinder his back movement a bit. And going through each figure's gear, you get 1 piece of armour up gear and 1 weapon for them. So in the case of Stormtrooper, he comes with the new Stormtrooper blaster. For Finn, he comes with this pistol, kind of rifle pistol, which is the same one that comes with the other figure of Finn, and it also comes, there's a larger scale version of it that comes with the 6-inch Black Series one. And for Poe, he comes with this rifle. Now, what's interesting is this rifle is a shared mold between the one that comes with the Resistance Trooper. It's only slightly different coloured, and there's only one main difference I can see, and I'm not sure if it's just a mold issue, but on the back rifle stock of the rifle, there's actually a hole, and you can see a tiny wire going through, whereas in the one that came with the Resistance fighter that I got doesn't have the hole, it's just a solid block. So that's the only real difference between those 2 rifles. Now, the way the Armour Up gimmick works is you have the armour piece. For Poe, it's kind of it's the X-Wing, the new style X-Wing pilot helmet. It has shoulder pads, kind of looks like the oxygen tank section, and he also has a jetpack. And you just slide it right down over the figure, and it should click into place, and then you have the figures armoured up, and then you can just pull it straight off again. For Finn, he has a sort of Arctic gear, kind of Arctic armour piece with a kind of a head cowl that kind of resembles the look of Han Solo's old one from Empire Strikes Back. And again, just slides over the figure. His one is a bit tougher to get on and off, I found. His head is a bit harder to get into the slot, and then when you're pulling it off, the armour piece can come apart, but it's just an easy click to click it back into place. You can also, if I can get it off without it, there we go. As I said, the armour piece does tend to pop apart, but it's just a matter of clicking it back into place. There's a clip here and a clip just in there, and it holds it in place. So you can swap his armour piece over to Poe's, and he wears it reasonably well. You can't really fit it on the Stormtrooper because the way the design is, it won't fit over the Hemnet part of the Stormtrooper. But for the Stormtrooper, let's just leave those aside. Stormtrooper, his one is quite odd. I don't think it really works for him because of the color choice. It's a kind of camo green armor, and it just sits on top of him, and it just kind of distracts a lot from the white, or the white distracts a lot from the color of it. But it, over on its own, it's an interesting armor piece. It could be used as a custom figure for something. Either another Star Wars figure or even a G.I. Joe figure might work well with it. It's an interesting armor piece. As I said, it can be used on its own for someone else. And Stormtrooper again has the same 5 points of articulation. His pistol actually clips into the side, and what I want to do now, as I said, he shares his mold with the black Stormtrooper that came with the Elite Speeder Bike. The only difference being between the Speeder Bike one and the standard, or the Armour Up one, is that the Speeder Bike one also has the added knee articulation for getting his feet onto the pedals of the Speeder Bike. Other than that, it's the exact same mold, everything else is the same, and the only other real difference is the weapons that come with the figures. Speeder Bike guy has just the standard Imperial pistol, whereas the actual Stormtrooper has the blaster. That's the only real difference. As you can see, both click onto the side of the figures. And if you want to, you can actually put the armor up piece onto this guy, but for whatever reason you want to do it, it's a bit weird because it looks sort of out of place on him, although it does seem to fit better on him color wise than on the white Stormtrooper. So, one other thing I want to kind of show off: if you have both the Stormtrooper figure and the Finn figure, you can, as I said, heads are just on a ball joint, so you can pop both figures' heads off. It takes a little bit of trying, and you can put Finn's head onto the Stormtrooper body, and you just give him the blaster. So you can have him with the Stormtrooper blaster or Stormtrooper armor, so similar to how he looks in the trailer at the when we see him at the beginning of the trailer for the film. Other than that, it does look a bit odd because of the way the neck post is. But if Hasbro don't actually make a Finn in Stormtrooper disguise, which I say they probably will, it's a kind of a cheaper way. Well, not cheaper way, but it's another alternative way of doing it. I wouldn't say it's a cheaper way because you have to buy 2 figures to actually do it. So, but if I just stand them all back up there. There you go, guys. There's just a quick review of the 3 3/4 inch Armour Up Stormtrooper, Finn and Poe Dameron figures. Hope you enjoyed my review, and click like if you did, or comment if you want, or feel free to subscribe if you want. I will try and do a few more figure reviews. I might even do some older figures that I have, and hope you enjoyed this quick review.